Well, fans, we apologize for the extended delay and for our issues with our broadcast setup today. Either way, it's the bottom of the 5th inning. The Blue Crabs have a 13-1 lead over the FerryHawks in the bottom of the 5th inning. From first base, it's Ian Yetzko. Little pinch hit, or pinch ran, I should say. Pitch, it's fouled back yet again. So let's just give you a bit of an update of where we stand right now. Blue Crabs, 13 runs on 13 hits tonight. Let's run you through some of the batters who found some success. Sundberg 1 for 2 with 2 runs scored. Wolanski 3 for 4 with 3 runs scored. Walker 0 for 2 tonight. He walked once. David Harris 1 for 3. He drove in 2 runs. He also scored 2 runs. Crosby 2 for 3. Drove in 2. He scored 2. Lee is 3 for 3. He scored 2. He drove in 1. Collier 2 for 3. He drove in 4 runs. He scored 1 run. And Joe DeLuca with a solo home run. He's 1 for 3 tonight. Meanwhile, Michael Baca is 0 for 2. As long as things hold, I'd have to think the player of the game is going to be Michael Wolanski, although Braxton Lee is trying to give him a run for his money. Three balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 2 on for the Blue Crabs. They've scored 2 already in the 5th. Lee grounds this ball sharply first base side. Pitch number 9 will be upcoming to Braxton Lee and shows you the kind of contact hitter that he is. 3-2 pitch coming momentarily to Braxton Lee. Here's the offering. Low and in, it's ball 4. Bases are loaded for the Blue Crabs with 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th. And it's Zach Collier who has homered and ripped a double down that second base line.
The center fielder, number 8, Zach Collier.
Center field camera die?
Well, Zach Collier to the plate with 2 outs in the 5th inning. First pitch is low and in, and the count 1 ball and no strikes. Well, let's give you some updates from around the Atlantic League. Some games have gone final. This is the last game that is ongoing, and we're merely in the bottom of the 5th. As we get a little later toward 10:15 on the East Coast. And Eric Marina is behind in the count. 2 balls and no strikes. Give you an idea of just how much he struggled in that department. 25 strikes, 26 balls. Collier's homered. He's also gone for extra bases once, and now he's ahead in the count. 3 balls and no strikes. There is no action in Staten Island's bullpen, so it looks like it's Marinez till the end. And Marinez at serious risk of walking in a run. Pitch, that's inside. That's ball 4. That is the 4th walk of this inning alone from Eric Marinez. It's been a walkathon, and it's a 14-1 Blue Crabs lead. And it looks like that's going to do it. I didn't see any action in the bullpen for Staten Island, although it's kind of a tough angle from our position. I guess it just so happens that maybe that somebody is warming up. Well, we will step aside when we come back. It is a 14-1 Blue Crabs lead. Call to the bullpen for the Staten Island FerryHawks. Don't go anywhere. New pitcher in the ball game for the FerryHawks in this one. It's a 14-1 Blue Crabs lead. Vin Aiello is the new pitcher for Staten Island. Vin Aiello is coming off of Tommy John surgery, and this is his first appearance for the FerryHawks. He played a little bit in 2021. Pitch, swinging a ground ball, deflects off of Aiello. He now picks it up, and he tosses to first for the final out. Well, a very long inning after Eric Marinez could not find the strike zone. But Aiello located it on the first pitch, and he got a ground ball or line drive comebacker, and he manages to retire DeLuca. 14-1 at the end of 5 innings of play.
American Radiology is the clear choice for all of your medical imaging needs. With locations in Charles and Calvert counties, they offer a full range of imaging services. Some of their latest innovations included 3D mammography and wide-open MRIs for our claustrophobic patients. For your convenience, they even offer extended weekday hours and Saturdays. For more information or to schedule an appointment, visit their website at AmericanRadiology.com. When you're in the market to buy or sell a home, call Tony McClure of Century 21 New Millennium and his Grand Slam team, the realtor of the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs since our first season in 2008. Tony and his team of preferred partners includes Tim Murphy of CNF Mortgage and Steve Scott of the Scott Law Group. Together, they will ensure that your real estate needs are nothing short of a grand slam. The quality service you will receive is Hall of Fame worthy. Put Tony's 41-plus years of experience to work for you. Call or text Tony today at 301-928-1280 for your personal Grand Slam experience. Go Blue Crabs.
This is Matt Latos, and you're listening to the Hometown Real Estate Broadcast Network.
Well, Vin Aiello entered the ball game about, 3 minutes ago, and he got the final out of the 5th inning on one pitch. He now leads off for the FerryHawks in the top of the 6th, and it's the first pitch strike from Eddie Butler. Well, a former big leaguer going against a guy who probably hasn't batted in a long time. As the 0-1 pitch is low on the count, 1 ball and 1 strike. I don't think he's going to be swinging the bat all that much, and if he does, I don't expect him to get a hit. 1-1 pitch, called strike in the count 1-2. Yeah, Butler has kept the pitch count down tonight, just 63 pitches across 5+ innings. And the 1-2. Oh, he got some contact on it as he fouled it back. Contact's always positive when you're going up against somebody who you're probably not going to get a hit against.
As far as I can tell from his baseball reference page, Vin Aiello has never had a professional at-bat.
Well, I'm hearing this that apparently he's never actually had a hit. Well, this one swinging a ground ball towards shortstop. Baca Fields throws to first. He shows some good hustle, but he's out at first base. Well, you got to at least appreciate the hustle as he was thrown out and beaten by maybe a step. And there is one away in the top of the 6th inning. Oh, Butler could not retire him for the 3rd strikeout of the evening, and now back to the traditional hitters as Antoine Duplantis comes to the plate. It was a triple switch that the FerryHawks went through. First pitch, a little bit, it's a called strike, and the count, no balls and 1 strike. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out. 0-1 delivery. A little bit away in the count, 1 ball and 1 strike. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. And the top of the 6th inning. You know, there are 2 rules that have been implemented here in the Atlantic League. This one, swinging a high fly ball, right field. Braxton Lee took a few steps in, now a few steps back and over toward right center. He makes the catch for the 2nd out. Top of the 6th inning with 2 away as the 2-hitter, that's Javier Betancourt, comes to the plate. Javier Betancourt steps back in. First pitch called strike. And the count, no balls and 1 strike. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Base paths are empty, and Butler has not spent a lot of time on that mound today. Pitch, swinging a ground ball towards second. It's Wolanski who fields right around chest high and fires to first. Another 1, 2, 3 inning for Eddie Butler, and we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. The Blue Crabs have a 14-1 lead.
This is Coach Doug's, and you're listening to the Hometown Real Estate Broadcast Network.
All Pawn is Southern Maryland's premier pawn shop and is the official pawn shop of the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. Stop by and say hello today. They've been a part of the Southern Maryland community for 18 years. If you need some cash to hold you over, or if you're just doing some spring cleaning and want to clear some stuff out, please bring it by All Pawn and let them make you an offer. If you have broken jewelry or some that you just don't want anymore, please bring it by, and they'll pay you more than anyone in the Tri-County area. They're located on 301 in White Plains, just south of DeMar Road. Go Blue Crabs!
This is Matt Latos, and you're listening to the Hometown Real Estate Broadcast Network.
Well, welcome back as the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs lead this one 14-1. We've got a trivia question coming your way as it's a 14-1 Blue Crabs lead. First pitch way upstairs. Michael Baca. Trivia question is dog related. What is the oldest dog to ever live? How old was the oldest dog to ever live? So we will enter that also in the YouTube chat. If you have an answer, or you think you might know the answer, go ahead and comment in the YouTube chat. 1-0 pitch to Baca, check swing. A motion to first base, and Bill Worthington says he held up. 14-1 Blue Crabs. 2 runs in the first, 6 in the third, 3 in the fourth, and 3 more in the fifth. So again, how old was the oldest dog to ever live? That is our trivia question. You can answer in the YouTube chat. A 2-0 count. Pitch misses upstairs. Count 3-0. Here's the 3-0 offering now on Baca. That's a little inside, and it's a 4-pitch walk. Well, Aiello pitched well in the bottom of the 5th inning for what he pitched. He threw 1 pitch, and he got a comebacker to the mound, and now he comes out here in the 6th inning, and he walks his first batter on 4 pitches. Well, back to the top of the order for the Blue Crabs, and it's not Jack Sundberg, it's Matt Hibbert who enters the ballgame. Blue Crabs ahead 14-1. There might be a chance that the Blue Crabs could see Kelsey Whitmore, but she's still in the dugout, so it does not appear as though she's going to get a chance tonight. First pitch upstairs for ball 1 on Matt Hibbert in the count, 1 ball and no strikes. A moderate lead for Jack Sundberg. 1-0 pitch. That's low. It's 2-0. And it's 6 pitches and 6 balls for Aiello to get things started in the 6th inning, which, I mean, considering the score line, is not, I don't think, what anybody is looking for. Well, the Blue Crabs, if they were playing a 9-inning game, might have a real shot at setting a record tonight, especially if they're on the road, as the 2-0 pitch is up and in the count 3-0. If they're on the road playing a 9-inning game, you know, all of a sudden you've got a real shot at scoring 22 runs, which is the Blue Crabs' record. They scored 22 against Lexington earlier this year. 3-0 pitch upstairs, and it's 8 pitches, 8 balls, 2 walks. And here comes Michael Wolanski, and the walkathon has sort of continued for a little while. There's a meeting at the mound, though, as Nelson Figueroa comes up to have a conversation with Vin Aiello. He's thrown 9 pitches today. He has gotten an out, and he has walked 2 batters along the way. 1 strike, 8 balls, and again, he's the guy who's pitching for the first time this year, and might have a little bit of nerves, and he's lost the strike zone. So Hibbert from first base after reaching on a walk, and at second base, it's Michael Baca as Michael Wolanski comes to the plate. Well, Michael Wolanski, 2 triples today and a double. First pitch upcoming to Michael Wolanski. Called strike in the count, 0-1. Now, if Wolanski had a stand-up triple his last time up, if he had tried to come all the way around and score, could have had an inside-the-park home run, at which point he would have a double, a triple, a home run, and he'd be a single shy of the cycle. Swinging a ground ball through the right side for a base hit, and right on cue, he would have had the cycle had he gone home and scored on that triple. It would have been a 7-inning cycle at that. So he ends up a homer shy of the cycle. A single, a double, a triple, and another triple. That's the night so far for Michael Wolanski, and he will be our player of the game, barring something incredible. Jose says, let's go Blue Crabs. Can I get a shout out? And you absolutely can get a shout out, Jose. There's a question. He asks a question, what happened to David Harris? I think the Blue Crabs are just trying to mix it up, getting a pinch hitter in there, as the first pitch is upstairs in the count 1-0. It's Mike Falsetti on deck. Mike Falsetti was just signed by the Blue Crabs. 1-0 pitch, called strike. One pitch, called strike in the count. 1 ball and 2 strikes, and some fans are not happy with that strike call, but considering the score line and the situation, I'm not all that surprised. Bottom of the 6th inning. It's getting late, too. It is closing in on 10:40 p.m. The 1-2 pitch is up and away in the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Vin Aiello, he's getting a little better as far as control is concerned, but not a lot. 15 pitches, 5 strikes. It's getting a little better, especially more recently. 2-2 pitch, low and in, count 3-2. But signs of better control there, that the pitches he's missing more intentionally down. That last strike call on Jared Walker, according to our TrackMan technology, was about an inch low. Awfully close, though. 3-2 pitch upcoming to Jared Walker. Here's the pitch. It's slow. It's ball 4. The motion down to third. Jim Clayton says no, he didn't go around. Well, it's a bases-loaded walk. It's 15-1 now. And Mike Falsetti will come to the plate. It is Mike Falsetti who comes to the plate. In the bottom of the 6th inning, it's a 15-1 ball game, and he's getting a bat. Ian Yetzko is on deck. First pitch to Falsetti, and his first at bat since 2019 is a called strike. Mike Falsetti was the Blue Crabs' backup catcher in 2019, a strong defensive catcher. He retired from baseball, but makes a comeback this year. 0-1 offering, up and in the count, 1 ball and 1 strike. Vin Aiello has thrown 17 pitches, or now 19 pitches, and he has 6 strikes. Aiello has thrown a third of an inning. He has walked 3. He has allowed 1 hit and 1 run. And the 1-1 is swung on and missed. Count 1 ball and 2 strikes now on Mike Falsetti. So it's Matt Hibbert who stands on third. At second base, it's Michael Wolanski, and at first base, it is Jared Walker. 1-2 pitch, breaking ball. He held up in the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Falsetti slides his bat across home plate. Points his bat toward left center. 1-2 pitch. Upstairs, count 2-2. Count 3 balls and 2 strikes, I beg your pardon. 3 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. It's a 15-1 ball game with the bases loaded still. Aiello. It's low in the dirt. And it is a 16-1 game. And another run crosses home plate. It's Matt Hibbert, who was, well, walked earlier in this inning, who came around and scored. 2 runs in here in the 6th. And Aiello has walked 4 batters in this inning alone. He has not gotten out, and he's also allowed a single as Ian Yetzko comes to the plate. Mike Falsetti drives in a run. Hey, an RBI in your first at-bat back. Doesn't pick up a hit, but it's an RBI anyway. 15-1. The first pitch is away on Ian Yetzko. And the Let's Go Yetzko chants get going. Pitch, swinging a line drive, hard hit, first base side, and it's foul on the count. 1 ball and 1 strike. Interested to see if Staten Island starts warming anybody else, or if Kelsey Whitmore might get a shot on the mound this evening. Pitch, swinging a high pop-up, foul territory. Going to see if this one's going to get into the seats or not, and it does. Drops in the first row behind the netting. And the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes on Ian Yetzko, who had the virus, whatever it was, that sort of virus that ran through the team for a long time. Was not COVID, but sort of ran, almost everybody in the Blue Crabs got it. And he had it pretty badly as well. He played a game, and then he had to exit the game because of the illness. And Here he is hitting 294, trying to get a base hit, coming in originally as a pinch runner. 1-2 pitch, fouled back. And the count remains 1-2. Well, at this point, we said that Michael Wolanski was going to finish shy of the cycle. Who knows? He might get another shot at this. And Yetzko is the 5-hitter. We'd need, I guess, 6 more batters to come to the plate, but it's not out of the question. Pitch a little bit upstairs, and the count 2 balls and 2 strikes. I think you wanted that one. It was somewhere within the realm of possibility it could have been called a strike, and it was not called a strike by the home plate umpire, Scott Hart. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Aiello gets his first out. It's a strikeout as he's found the strike zone a little bit, I guess. And there's 1 away in the bottom of the 6th inning. Well, here comes Braxton Lee. Lee's had a strong day so far, as he is 3 for 3 today. He's also walked. This is in game 2 exclusively. He's hitting .311 now on the season after a 3 for 3 day. Came in hitting .302. First pitch way upstairs, and the count 1 ball and no strikes. Blue Crabs 16, Staten Island 1. And the Blue Crabs still have the bases loaded with just 1 out. 1-0 pitch, that's low and in, and the count 2 balls and no strikes. Aiello's now thrown 30 pitches this inning. He's behind the count 2-0. 2-0 pitch, called strike, and the count 2 balls and 1 strike. Yeah, Braxton Lee might not be a fan of that last strike call in the inner half, but when it's 16-1, that's what you sort of get. The 2-1 pitch, foul back in the count 2-2. All bases are loaded. Wolanski from third, pitch, that's low and in, and the count 3 balls and 2 strikes. Wolanski from third. Over at second base, it's Jared Walker, and on first base, it's Mike Falsetti. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out on Braxton Lee. A couple of pitches on the inside corner that Guantz got, and they were strikes. Our TrackMan says it's a strike, and I think the TrackMan is pretty darn good. 16-1 with the bases loaded and 1 out, and yet again, Aiello is at risk of walking in another run. And Aiello, again, he's not someone who walks a lot of guys traditionally or has in past years, but when it's the first appearance of a year and you're coming in and you're playing your first game in mid-July, as the 3-1 pitch is fouled off first base side and count remains 3-2, that's when at least you can, it's a little bit of a different story. Maybe he's in this situation. If he was pitching all year, I don't think he would have walked 4 guys this inning. And behind in the count, 3-2 right now. Here's the 3-2 pitch. It's low and in. It's ball 4. It's his 5th walk of the inning. It's a 17-1 game. Wolanski scores from third. Lee drives in the run. And for Braxton Lee, he's on base for the 5th time in this game. And Zach Collier is due up next. But it's a pitching change, it appears, from the Reagan Waldorf. A 17-1 Blue Crabs lead. The bases are still loaded as Aiello has had a bit of a tough go here tonight. And he exits today's ball game. He records 2 outs. And Aiello, we'll give you the official numbers on Aiello in just one moment. He goes 2/3 of an inning, allows 1 hit. 3 runs so far, but he could allow as many as 6. That's what he is, as he is responsible for the runners on base, and he's walked 5 batters today. Well, new pitcher into tonight's ball game. We will step aside when we come back. We'll break down all the details. Stick with us.
This is Coach Doug's, and you're listening to the Hometown Real Estate Broadcast Network.
American Radiology is the clear choice for all of your medical imaging needs. With locations in Charles and Calvert counties, they offer a full range of imaging services. Some of their latest innovations included 3D mammography and wide-open MRIs for our claustrophobic patients. For your convenience, they even offer extended weekday hours and Saturdays. For more information or to schedule an appointment, visit their website at AmericanRadiology.com.
Well, Collier swings the first pitch, and he swings and misses the count 0-1. Bases loaded 17-1 for the Blue Crabs. Angel Aguilar in the game. The 0-1 pitch is fouled off, third base side, up toward the concourse level. Well, I'll tell you what, 2 pitches and 2 strikes. Aiello, well, he struggled to do that, and Eric Marinez, he also didn't do that. So takes a position player. Oh, my goodness. He threw that pitch about 20 feet outside. Oh my goodness! I don't think I've ever laughed that hard at a play I've ever called in my life. That ball was about 20 feet outside. The 1-2 pitch is fouled back. Well, it comes with the territory of having a position player pitch in a ball game. 1-2 pitch is low, and the count 2 balls and 2 strikes. Oh, I'm sorry. It's 17-1, the Blue Crabs lead, as Zach Collier's already gone deep today, and the bases are loaded. They've got a chance to go deep again. 17 runs across just 5 1/3 innings for the Blue Crabs. 2-2 pitch. He lobbed it, belted to right, back, in front of the warning track. He makes the catch. And that was a batting practice slow ball down the middle. Scoring from third, it's Jared Walker. And it is an 18-1 game. It worked. I guess that's all I need to say. It worked. As it is an 18-1 ball game. As Joe DeLuca will step in. And I think you got to be swinging for the fences when you get a pitch like that over the plate. 18-1, and Joe DeLuca will step in. The first pitch is inside. Actually, some heat on that pitch. Count 1 ball and no strikes. Lee from first and Falsetti from third. Pitch, swinging a high pop-up, third base side. It's going to get over toward the seats, and just 2 rows in, it's out of play. 1 ball and 1 strike. I have to imagine Eddie Butler is going to be coming out here for the 7th inning.
Just when Angel Aguilar came into the game. We have velocity for every other pitch throughout the game, but nothing for Angel Aguilar, maybe sparing the FerryHawks here.
1-1 pitch inside, hit the knob of the bat. I believe it hit the knob of the bat. Yes, it did. Count 1 ball and 2 strikes. And the home plate umpire in tonight's ball game, Scott Hart, comes out to have a conversation with Angel Aguilar. Remember, Angel Aguilar got the start at second base today. He later shifted over towards shortstop after the injury to Reyes. 18-1, 18 runs in 6 innings for the Blue Crabs. This one swinging a line drive, shallow center, long run, and they make the catch. Ricardo Cespedes makes the catch in the bottom of the 6th inning. Position player comes in, 2 batters, 2 outs, and it ends the bottom of the 6th inning. It's 18-1, Blue Crabs lead.
This is Daryl Thompson, and you're listening to the Hometown Real Estate Broadcast Network.
Whether it's Chris Paul, Cliff Paul, Aaron Rodgers, or even the son of a former Blue Crab, Patrick Mahomes, you've seen many athletes endorsing State Farm. That's because your State Farm agent has your back through good times and not so good times. That's why all the Blue Crabs, Daryl Thompson and the whole team, trust State Farm with their insurance needs. State Farm is the company people have trusted for over 99 years to help life go right. Call your local State Farm agent, Greg Conklin, today at 240-776-4289.
I'm not sure if you could hear that just moments ago, but our very own Stevie Bowen, our PA announcer, announced Angel Aguilar as the pitcher because, well, that's what he is right now. First pitch swinging, high fly ball to center field. Collier's there. He takes a couple steps over toward right center and makes the catch. It's an 18-1 ball game, folks, in the top of the 7th. Angel Aguilar just came in to pitch, and he got faced 2 batters, and he got 2 outs by lobbing the ball over the middle of the plate. As the Blue Crabs have an 18-1 lead, and that'll help the run differential, that's for sure. They lost a couple runs with that Game 1 7-5 loss. They're going to get them back with this 18-1 victory. The first pitch called strike on Ricardo Cespedes. 3, 4, and 5 in the order. 0-1 pitch. Foul back, third base side. Hits off the side of the roof here and bounces down below. Some fans looking for a baseball. Older gentleman picks it up. He tosses it to a younger kid. 0-2 pitch is low in the dirt. And they count 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Now what is on the line here, 9-game hitting streak for Ricardo Cespedes.
Well, let's run you through some of the crooked numbers the Blue Crabs have posted today. 2 in the first, 6 in the third, 3 in the fourth, 3 in the fifth, 4 in the 6th. And the 1-2 pitch is fouled off as Ricardo Cespedes hit himself in that right shin. It seems, this is one of the reasons that people talk about mercy rules in sports, because you end up with a guy who ends up hurting himself in an 18-1 ball game when this is all completely pointless. So Ricardo Cespedes is limping around a little bit. He does not have that shin guard on the inside of his right shin, but maybe that will be cause to get it. Well, aside from Angel Aguilar's pitch that missed 20 feet outside, and when I say 20 feet, I don't think that's an exaggeration. I think he probably missed the strike zone by about 20 feet. Threw it down that third base line. 1-2 pitch, low and away. Oh, and look at this. Ricardo Cespedes has taken off for first base. And with that, he extends the hit streak to 10 games. So that's one way to extend your hitting streak. It's an 18-1 game, and, well, why not? Steal a base now, right? And, oh, my, this is something else. As Dilson Herrera comes to the plate. The Blue Crabs had 18 runs on just 14 hits tonight. And Dilson Herrera will come to the plate. I don't know. You know, this is going to be, oh, and look at this. Kelsey Whitmore is going to come in to pinch run for Ricardo Cespedes. Maybe they could have put her in as a pitcher back in the 5th or 6th inning. That might have been nice, but instead she comes in as a pinch runner. First pitch, a little bit inside in the count, 1 ball and no strikes. Dilson Herrera. Well, FerryHawks came into this game with a 6-1 record in the first half. They will leave this game 6-2. Although the run differential might tell them that they're more like 6-6. 1-0 pitch, swinging a high fly ball, well hit, right center field, but it's Braxton Lee who drifts over toward right center and makes the catch for the second out. 2 away in the top of the 7th inning. Blue Crabs 18, FerryHawks 1. Down to the final out. As we'll run through all the numbers from Eddie Butler and the rest of this Blue Crabs offense tonight. In the top of the 7th inning, first pitch, a little bit inside on Rusney Castillo, and the count 1 ball and no strikes. I don't think we're going to run you through all the scoring plays here in this ball game. There are 18 runs, and I think we'll close it a little faster than that. Swinging a ground ball through the left side for a base hit. As Crosby went after that one, and there are runners on first and second. It's the 6th hit of the day for Staten Island. For Eddie Butler, 6 2/3, 6 innings. He's allowed 1 run, and he struck out 2. Well, here comes the very big Osuna. Ramon Osuna comes back to the plate, and he's already taken Butler deep once. He struck out the other time. First pitch from Butler, a little bit low and in the count, 1 ball and no strikes. It's got to be a little difficult for Eddie Butler, where he goes and sits down for 20, maybe 30, maybe even more than that minutes. Then he comes back out on the mound, and he's got to throw some strikes. 82nd pitch of the outing is fouled back to the netting. And the count, 1 ball and 1 strike with 2 on for the FerryHawks. Well, Eddie Butler is a guy who really struggled at times this season, but he can get out of this inning without allowing a run. Things have really moved in the right direction for him. Pitch, swing and a miss. And the runners advance to second and third, and not exactly with all that much not with all that much of a hurry, as it just so happens that Castillo decided he was going to walk to second base and not run to second base. I guess why put an effort when you don't have to seems to be the idea from Rusney Castillo, who's played some time in the big leagues and then sent down to AAA. He was thought to be able to have an outstanding major league career, but was not to be. 1-2 pitch upcoming to Osuna. Foul ball back behind home plate. Remains 1-2. Ramon Osuna making his 3rd plate appearance of the season. He went deep to left earlier in this ball game. That was back in the 3rd inning. It made it a 2-1 game at the time. We thought maybe this will be an important run. It was not. 1-2 pitch, fouled off, third base side. I think he broke his bat as well. He's going to get a new piece of lumber. And it looks like he's going to trade bats with the man on deck, Andres Noriega. And I don't think he likes the bat. Yeah, it looks like he's going to get a new bat. All right. So Noriega's bat was not up to snuff, so he got a new one from the dugout. And so the count is 1 ball and 2 strikes, 2 on with 2 out. And it looks like Eddie Butler wants to end this. I think everybody in this ballpark wants to end this. Blue Crabs looking to take home an 18-1 win. Pitch, swing, and a miss, strike 3. Eddie Butler ends it. It's just his 3rd strikeout of the night. He throws 85 pitches, or 86 pitches, I should say, en route to a 7-inning complete game. Blue Crabs win 18-1. They could have used some of these runs in game 1, but was not to be. We'll run through the numbers for Butler briefly and some numbers for some Blue Crabs bats and call it a night. Butler, 7 innings of work, complete game, 6 hits, 1 run. He struck out 3, allowed 1 home run. Let's run through all the Blue Crabs batters. Jack Sundberg, 1 for 2. 2 runs scored, 2 walks. Matt Hibbert came in as a pinch hitter. He walked, came around and scored a run. Michael Wolanski, 4 for 5 tonight. 4 runs scored, 2 RBIs. Homer shy of the cycle. He tripled twice, doubled and singled. And also Jared Walker, 0 for 2. He was one of only 2 starters for the Blue Crabs who did not have a hit. He did walk twice. He scored 2 runs and drove in a run. David Harris, 1 for 3. He had 2 RBIs. He also scored 2 runs. Mike Falsetti, pinch hit for him. He walked in his lone at bat and scored a run. He also, drove in a run. Alex Crosby, 2 for 3. He scored 2 runs. He drove in 2. He walked once today as well. Ian Yetzko, pinch hit. He was 0 for 1 today. Braxton Lee, 3 for 3. 2 RBIs, 2 runs scored. He walked twice, reached base 5 times. Zach Collier was 2 for 3. He drove in 6 runs tonight. Joe DeLuca just 1 for 5 tonight, but he did hit a solo home run to left. And Michael Baca, 0 for 2. He walked once, was hit once, and he scored a run. 18-1, that's your final tonight. The Blue Crabs winners in Game 2. Have a terrific night, everybody. We'll be back with you tomorrow at 6:35 as the Blue Crabs take on the Staten Island FerryHawks for Game 3. And we finish, as always, with Let's Go Blue Crabs.